As I looked through the speeches, there were a lot of great ones, and there were a lot of people I would personally consider hiring, but I did narrow it down to a top three. The first speech I really enjoyed was Victoria Franco's. You can tell in her speech that she's very bright, she's very energetic. She talks about past work experience, and you can tell that her as a person brings this kind of energy to a workplace, which I think is a great thing to have. She talks about past job experiences. She talks about how she was hired for a job and she wasn't expecting as much labor, came with the job. And it's very common for people to do that, to underestimate things. And she just talked about how it wasn't as easy as she thought it would be. And obviously, she started to feel the effects of it. She said that she was tired, she kind of wanted to quit, which we all do because we're human. Um, she said that it was a very big challenge for her, but eventually she just developed this hardworking attitude, and she said she's not gonna quit. And she climbed ranks in the workplace, which is a great thing to be able to do. She was able to adapt and be better at different positions, and I think these are all things that would make her a great employee. The second speech I liked a lot was Julia Cox. She first opened up with talking about how she was the oldest in a big group of siblings, which is obviously a challenge on its own. But she talks about how she developed responsibility and leadership through these challenges, which are great attributes not only in the workplace but in life. She talks about even competing in these leadership competitions, even on a national level. So she developed such a great skill that she was a state champ and then went to the national level and was ranked 16th, which is a great accomplishment and just proves how good of a leader she really can be. And lastly, Haley Howard's speech stuck out to me a lot. She talks about being an emotionally closed person, which kind of always took a toll on her, kind of held her back. This made her kind of, self-doubt, so to say. Like, she was always asking herself, why am I doing this? Or telling herself, I'm not good enough. And this kind of closed her off, not letting her be the best she can be. She was afraid to get attached to people or, work hard because she thought it would always go away, she'd always leave. But you can tell, even in her speech, she developed this kind of sense of confidence as she was going along. And she developed this hardworking attitude, and she talks about being able to persevere through things. And I think this is a great trait. Just being able to, get over an obstacle and being able to fight over it and not being able to give up. And these are traits that all three of these speeches kind of showed. And I think that's why they would all be great hires.